We proceed with the things that we have been covering as far as going global is concerned in what you do. And today we are going to focus on a very important concept that if you are going to go global, especially in this dispensation, you have to make sure that it is part and parcel of your life. I always encourage people. There was a time I was consulting with a client, and I told him that he is in a place in his career where he needs to make sure that he is constantly or consistently engaging with progress that is shaping the modern world and the modern industry that he belongs to. Right? So engagement with progress, because the world is progressing. Your industry is progressing. Even your nation is progressing. And your intentional engagement with that progress that is shaping the modern industry, that is shaping the modern world that we are in right now, is very critical for your rising. And we are in a dispensation, we are in a world where the world and every industry and major nations are driven by innovation and technological tools or digital tools. So your ability as a professional who does not want to be local or just national, your ability to stay current with your industry, technology, and digital tools is one of the most important things that can preserve your relevance, both locally, industry-wise, and of course, at the global stage. So today we're going to talk about how to be globally relevant and how to go global through your understanding of industry, technological, and digital tools as far as the work that you do is concerned. So follow me carefully. We have entered a dispensation. We have entered, and that started a couple of years ago. We have entered a dispensation where understanding and using technologies, softwares, digital systems that shape your industry is one of the most important things that you must be doing if you will remain relevant, competitive, and of course, globally competent. I have met many young people from across Africa that, because I receive emails, WhatsApp messages, and what have you, Facebook DMs and LinkedIn DMs. And I have met many people from across Africa who they desire global platforms, global access, global opportunities, but many of them are not globally competent. And one of the major core things about going global is you must be globally competent. And one of the major things about being globally competent is for you to have a good understanding and usage of key technologies, softwares, and digital tools or systems that are critical to your industry. It's very important. So if you're in finance and accounting, there are key technologies, softwares, and online tools that you should know how to use. Let me add AI tools involved. If you are in healthcare, if you are in education, if you are in technology as a whole, these are things that you must know. So this teaching series on how to go global will not be complete if I don't teach properly on this important concept of having proper understanding and staying current with your industry, technological tools, systems, softwares, AI tools, and whatever, not general ones, but the ones that govern, the one that governs your industry or the work that you do. You see, there are tools that I know how to use because they're important for my industry and the work I do. I don't know how to use any healthcare software. It's not my business. I can, at best, I can prepare the mindset and share some strategies on how somebody in healthcare can prepare themselves in that light, but I cannot use it, basically. You get the perspective. So today's session, we're going to focus on the critical importance of you as a professional who wants to go global to make sure that you don't only end with the desire of going global, but you are working on your global competence. And a big part of that global competence in this dispensation, which was not very, very, renowned 50 years ago, is you need to sit down as a professional, whether you're following this from Bamenda, from Accra, Ghana, from Kumasi, or from Lagos, or from Johannesburg, wherever you are. As far as going global is your agenda, is part of your career vision and business plan, one thing that you cannot joke with is your ability of understanding and using certain technologies, softwares, online tools that shape your industry and the very work that you do. And let me tell you something, this is a big challenge for many African professionals. I have been on several interview panels, and this is a big challenge. There are many of you right now that, as you're listening to me, you can pass every interview to get a job in New York that will enable you travel the world. And the last part of that interview is they give you top 2 relevant softwares that every top expert in your industry use and challenge you to use it for 15 minutes. You're going to fail the test. Yeah, and you're going to lose that interview. If I'm talking to you, type "it is true for me." Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Many of you know that that's the challenge where you are. For many of you, when it comes to this online stuff, the best you know how to use. For many of you right now, the most advanced app that you have tried to use is Zoom. There are many people that have used Zoom for the first time because they joined my WhatsApp group. Many of you, I know many of you here, you started using Zoom for the first time because you joined my WhatsApp group. All right. So, but you see, that's a challenge. And it is non-negotiable. We have entered a dispensation where digital literacy is now a survival skill and a thriving skill. In advanced global environments, in advanced global platforms, technology and your ability to use certain online tools is not viewed as extra knowledge. And this is the problem with many of you, with many young Africans, with many professionals. You treat how you know certain online tools in your industry as extra knowledge. It is now supposed to be a core course for you. It's supposed to be a major course for you. Learning certain tools about your industry, softwares, online tools, it is not extra knowledge anymore. It is a major course. It's a course that if you're taking a university program and you fail that course, you are going to repeat that year. That's how important it is right now. You see, because your ability to be digitally literate or to have practical literacy around the usage of certain softwares and online tools, it is seen as the engine today. Why? Because it is what drives modern work. It is what drives industry growth. It is what drives global competition. You see, so as somebody with a global mindset, you need to begin to pay the price to learn tools that your industry runs on. Yes, we're in a dispensation where every industry right now is running on software. Every industry is running on software. But now it is even more crazier because AI has added. So major industries now are running on both software and AI. You see, okay, for example, the Zoom I'm using, because I'm using the paid Zoom, is both running on software and AI. Do you know that my Zoom right now, as I'm teaching right now, Zoom is taking every key point I am teaching and summarizing my teaching. There's an AI assistant that Zoom has developed embedded into Zoom right now. Number two, they just added another one 2 days ago. I just said 2 days ago, where it can automatically, you know, reframe my video. It can go, it can go, it can take me backward and bring me closer to you automatically, depending on how I sound. So when I want to make a very important point, the AI can anticipate that I'm about to make an important point, and the AI brings my video closer to your screen. Have you noticed that? It's done by AI. It's not done by anybody. You see? So companies now are running on both software and AI. Your industry, every industry you are in, including agriculture. There's an app a friend developed in Kenya, that if you take your smartphone and you snap your farm and you put the pictures on the AI app, the AI can be able to analyze your farm, the soil, analyze the stem and everything, and begin to recommend the chemicals or the pesticide or insecticide, whatever they call it, that you can apply on your farm. You see, everything is running on both software, online tools, and AI. That's why your ability to understand what I'm saying today is the engine of your destiny. I'm telling you. If it is absent, if many of you are lazy at this, if many of you are still treating software, you are still treating online tools, you are still treating AI tools as extra knowledge, I am sorry for you. I am sorry for you. It has become a major cause. So, as a global mindset person, as somebody who is thinking about going global or already global and wants to increase the scale of how you go global, you have to understand this. You have to understand this. If you cannot work with modern tools, you cannot work in the modern world and you cannot go global. Let me say it again. If they present to you the 5 top softwares, online tools, AI tools in your industry, and you cannot work with it, you cannot work in a modern economy and you are disqualifying yourself from going global. It's a challenge for many people. So when you begin to study and observe patterns, you will see that every field, from business to healthcare to engineering to consulting to agriculture to fashion, relies on tools that increase speed, increases accuracy, increases communication, analysis, creativity. They depend on that. Okay, um, I think about 4 days ago, I was watching and reading a document of how um, a Harvard engineering student just uh, um, created an AI robot that can braid your hair. Like to braid ladies' hair in 5 minutes. Very efficient. Very efficient. There is already, I think, is it in Japan right now, where there's a barbing salon, a mobile barbing salon that they have put on certain corners of the street, where as a guy, you can take a picture of your hairstyle and you send to that AI. Then you put your head inside. It shaves your hair exactly the style that you want. Can you see? To us, to based on where we are right now. So you are disqualifying yourself as a professional if you are not paying the price to begin to understand, hey, every industry, every business, every sector right now, they want to achieve speed, accuracy, effective communication, excellent analysis without mistakes. They want to increase creativity. And therefore, for that to happen, there's heavy dependence on softwares, technologies, online tools, AI tools, and what have you. So in elite cycles, in global rooms, in certain organizations, ignorance of industry technology and tools is viewed as professional negligence and unseriousness. So you're about to do a job interview. They automatically assume that you can use certain softwares. And then towards the end of the software, they ask you a basic question. Give us 3 top industry softwares that you can use. And in the mind of the interviewer, they already know that the softwares and the AI tool that they use in their company is among the top 3. And if you can even list top 3, or if you list the tools that you can use, and theirs is not there, which is among the top 3, they will even tell you. At best, they'll tell you, we'll send you an email, and you will never see it again. You have lost the job. Because to them, that is professional negligence. Many of you have experienced this before. If you've ever experienced a situation where you were asked a question around online tools, technology, software, and all of that, and maybe you blundered or you failed and you did not get the job, type me in the chat box or in the comment section. Many of you have experienced this. You see that? So, because from the recruiter's perspective, to them, it's that is professional negligence on your part. We cannot trust you. You are not a learner. You see, and that even includes scholarships. This includes certain opportunities. So you need to come to a place where, as a professional, as an entrepreneur, you need to begin to spend time to identify the top technologies, online tools, softwares, AI tools that top professionals and experts and organizations in your industry use, and begin to get yourself acquainted to that. You see, begin to study. What are the top 5 softwares that experts in my industry use? What do these softwares do? What do they achieve? You see, you need to work on that. Now, quickly, I like to talk about the internal systems or the lifestyle that you should create around you to be able to apply something in your life. All right. So let me suggest to you the internal systems that you should establish around your life as a result of this topic, so that within a few months, you can start seeing yourself increasing in proficiency as far as certain tools are concerned in your industry. Because being technologically competent as an industry professional who can go global requires a certain lifestyle, especially for many of you that on a scale of 1 to 10, you are either at 1 or at -1 when it comes to certain abilities to use technology, online tools, AI tools in your industry. But let's do this. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself when it comes to your ability to use relevant tools in your industry on a scale of 1 to 10. All right. Wow. Good to see an 8 on 10. Interesting. That's so good of you. That's so good of you. Okay. I hope that you're not counting any social media platform. Social media platform is out of this list. It's not there at all. All right. Good. Nice. Many of you need a lot of work in this area because I'm telling you, what we're talking about can disqualify you in places that you'll be surprised and shocked. Okay. It's very, very important. Very, very important. All right. So if you're going to be technologically competent within the next couple of months and increase your proficiency consistently, I want to recommend you to create this environment around you. Number one, what are the systems or the elements that should make up this environment? Number one, continuous learning mindset. You have to put on a continuous learning mindset. Come to a point in your journey right now where you understand and you accept that technology evolves quickly and that you must keep upgrading and not settle. For example, how many of you receive notifications to upgrade your Android system or iOS system for those who use Apple phones? How many times, let's say in 3 months or in 6 months? A couple of times, right? Or how many times does WhatsApp says WhatsApp is outdated? You get the perspective. I'm trying to use basic things that we use every day so you see what I'm talking about. So that continuous learning mindset is important in this age where you have to accept and know that, hey, technology in my industry evolves quickly. It is changing so fast. So I must keep on upgrading and learning and not settling to old ideas. For many of you here, your problem is that many of you have what they call the fear of technology. You are afraid of trying new softwares. Type I relate. Many of you are here, especially ladies. Many ladies have this issue. Many ladies have the fear of technology. The fear of technology, right? So you need to lose that fear of technology. It's a real fear. Many ladies are like that. Many ladies mostly. For many men, many of them just have zero interest in that. Okay, all right. So you need to overcome that. Stop saying, for example, many people say things like, I don't know these things. I don't know these things. I don't know me how to do this thing. No, stop saying, I don't know these things. Replace it with, I can learn quickly. I'm going to learn this. See, challenge your mind that when you hear of any new software, you will learn quickly. Challenge your mind. See, never say again that I don't know how to use it. Never say it again. Say, I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn quickly. Give me 2 days. I'll learn. That's the learning mindset. There are many of you here that a friend has invited you to something and you did not join because maybe because you were supposed to go through a certain software online platform, and the flimsy, lazy excuse that you gave was that I don't know how to use that platform. As, as old as you are, at your age, in 2025, you open your mouth and you say, I don't know how to use that platform. Are you serious with your destiny right now? When I come across any software that has anything as little as whatever to do in the work I do, I don't, hey, I just start clicking. I just start watching tutorials about it, get myself acquainted. You see, and many of you need to let go of that mindset that technology is only for tech people. Many of you have that mindset. You feel as if certain softwares, certain platforms are only for tech people. Hey, repent. Oh. Many of you have that mindset. Change it from today. Technology is not only for tech people. It's for everybody in this age. Technology right now is as important as you having the oxygen to breathe. Continuous learning mindset. All right. The second system or the second element to make sure it is part of you. Practice, consistently practice what I call tools mapping or softwares mapping. Tools mapping. What does that mean? Consistently sit down year in, year out and identify top softwares and tools used by top professionals in your industry. If you're in finance, what are the top softwares and tools that experts use in your industry? If you're in business, if you're in accounting, engineering, logistics, education, fashion, marketing and branding, whatever, what are the top tools that experts use in your industry? Map out those tools, map out those platforms. Consistently be on the know. You see, there's an AI directory I have that I constantly check that AI directory. The guys design it in a way that it can aggregate every latest AI that is created is communicated on that platform. So it is called Futurepedia, right? So every latest AI tool you can see on that platform. I want to see, they used to publish total number of AI tools created already. There was a time I checked, it was more than 1 million AI tools. So when you open it, I'm going to share in the chat box. When you open it, you can go to your industry. So for me, I use that to check when I go to the work, I go to my industry, I go to education, consulting, training, things like that, or similar areas. I focus on checking what are the latest AI tools created that can affect my industry. You see, that is me doing AI tools mapping as part of that. All right. So if you go under AI tools, you're going to see that. But I want to, they have stopped adding that thing. where they will they will indicate the total number of AI tools currently available around the world. There was a time that it was almost, I think the check it was like 1 million AI tools. Let me see, there's another platform that can give me that. There was a time I checked that. I think that they were unable to count again because it was fast. It was fast, right? So I use that platform as a way of always keeping up to date. Just checking, okay, is there a latest AI tool that is important for the work I do? All right, that is part of my tools mapping that I'm sharing with you. All right, so many of you, you're going to do tools mapping for the first time. And how do you do that? Go on Google and type as simple as that. Top softwares, start with softwares. They can use the word online tools later. All right. In short, let's do that right now as an activity. Everybody, go on your open your Google right now. Type based on the work that you do. For those of you in education, healthcare, all of that. Type top 5 softwares used by experts in my industry. Write the industry: education, finance, healthcare. Copy the first name of that software and paste in the chat box. Yes, let's be active. Copy the first name and paste in the chat box. You're going to see things that you have not seen before. So after we're done, I'm going to give you more steps to follow to learn that software. All right. But that's the first, this step 101 on what to do. All right. After this, you can even do top 10, just to be more acquainted, just to increase your awareness and information. All right. So you can use also technologies. I prefer to use top technologies in my industry. I write it. Top softwares. I also do that. Sometimes you see the same software repeating. That means pay attention to that one. All right. Top online tools. I do that also. All right. So many of you, I'm sure many of you have seen uh, uh, um, names of softwares you are seeing for the first time. Right? Yeah. We're here to learn. That's why it's a retreat. That's why it's an academy. All right. We're here to learn. Awesome. Look at that. Look at that. If you're seeing some things for the first time, type first time in the chat box. See, that's why we're here on a retreat. That's why you're taking this academy program, so that you get acquainted to things like that. Now, keep those things. Keep those things, because I'm going to build up the activity from here on. Things that you can take and go practice, you know, back at home as we carry out this particular course. All right. So I said the second system or element around you is practice tools mapping. And and step 101 of tools mapping is do what? Go on Google and type what I just indicated, and you'll see. And many of you are posting right now top software tools that you have seen on your platform. All right. All right. On Google. See what is the third thing to add, the third element to add around your life if you're going to be proficient in learning these softwares for yourself. There's what I call skill layering, like a layer. Skill layering. Skill layer, like a layer, like links, layer upon layer, right? Skill layering. Now, this is using softwares or online tools to improve your work quality, your speed, and your ability to collaborate with other professionals. So, with all these tools that you're discovering right now, many of you need to sit down with those tools right now. Write down, let's say, for example, write down your top 5 skills. on the left. Let's say you're using a table, right? Write down your top 5 skills on the left, and then on the right, as you're studying and getting aware, increasing information and knowledge about those softwares, begin to connect which software, which online tool that if you merge with your skill that you have, it makes you an incredible professional. It's called skill layering. All right. So there are some softwares that or tools that you're going to pay the price, even pay a cost to learn because you know the impact that will happen in your life when a skill that you already have and that online tool, when they merge together. Let me say, for example, me, right? I I have a good mind when it comes to if you give me a topic to train, the topic, and just tell me about the the audience because of because teaching for me and training is a gift and many things I've done it for years. Sometimes I teach every day for 60 days, right? So I've done it so much that my mind can easily calculate how I'm going to run the training, and I can literally see like a television in my mind running. Now there are different tools that I have aligned with the things I know how to do that makes me a great expert in the work I do. So learn how to practice skill layer. All right. Know your top 5 skills. Know the top tools or softwares that if you merge with your top skills, it will make you an excellent expert in your field. It will increase the quality of your work. It will increase the speed at which you do the work. These two things, quality of work and speed. Quality of work and speed. Because these two things are what set professionals apart in any global role. All right. Number 4, the fourth element that should be in your life, hands-on exploration. Get your hands dirty. Hands-on exploration. All right. So this is where many of you have listed all of these tools and softwares that you have seen for the first time. When you have done skill layering, as you're reading about these softwares, you're connecting them to your skill set so you can improve the quality of work and the speed of work that you do. The fourth element to add in your life is hands-on exploration. What does that mean? Now, go on the website of that company and check, or just type on Google, free softwares for, you write the name of that software. So you begin to see how you can download that, the app, the free app, because some of them can be paid, but they're always free trials, all right, or free versions. So you find ways to download free trials. Number 2, go on YouTube, type the name of that company. You will likely see the YouTube channel of that company. On that YouTube channel, you will see video tutorials of that particular software. Start watching it and taking down notes. Also type tutorials for GuideWire. You're going to see experts who are good at that software that they are making free videos on how to use it because they want to make free videos so that you watch and YouTube pays them. And so that they also build their professional portfolio. So you get your hands dirty, download the free trials, start watching tutorials from the company and from other experts. Open the platform, begin to test the features. Download documents about the software, begin to read the documentation. Begin to practice real tasks for some kind of softwares and tools. You may need to take a short course to fill the skill gap. You may need a proper short course with hands-on activity to help you understand that. Because when it comes to softwares and computers and tools in general, You only build confidence by persistent practice, persistent use. So the more constant, the more exposed you are to the software or to the tool, the more confidence you become, the more confident you become about that particular tool. All right. Until you can become so good at it that you can start helping others to troubleshoot because you now understand how the tool works efficiently. So many of you practice hands-on exploration. If you take the names of the softwares and the tools that you have shared here on Zoom or on YouTube right now, if you take that name, go on YouTube and type video tutorials for, type the name of that software, you will see tens and tens of videos to help you learn that. All right. So hands-on exploration is very important. You never read about a software and you know how to use it. You need to get your hands on that. So create a system around you where you can spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, depends on the software. Consistency and constant exposure is the secret of this thing. It's the secret of this thing. You see, I learned how to, I used to repair computers. And most, I can say 80% of it, I taught myself by reading books and trying it out. Right. I went to a computer training center, but the guy who was teaching me was not as advanced in education as I was. I'm saying advanced. I had been advanced level. He did not have advanced level. And I already love to teach. I mean, no, I already love to, what do I want to say? I already love to read books, you see. And that's why I became so good at installing softwares and even troubleshooting softwares by just doing it myself, watching tutorials, reading online articles about them. And then I was helping many people and getting paid out of it. Right. And there are softwares that you open the first time, you feel as if you have no idea what to do. Start from the basics. Start from learning how to open the software and closing it. Start from there. They can go to step two. Start from learning how to find the menu, where there is a menu and there's a drop down list to see what the software can do. Start from there. The more you're exposing yourself like that, the more you're going to get acquainted with it, and you can do some things that even many people who have been using the software cannot do it because they are using it for work, but you are trying to explore, and because of the exploration, you started discovering things that many people who are only using it for work and they're only narrow-minded with what they can do and it ends there, they could not do. All right. Number 5, the next system around you that I should create is what I call digital productivity integration. Digital productivity integration. Now, what does that mean? Simple. Learn how technology can increase your efficiency. As a professional in this dispensation, you need to learn how the technologies and the tools in your industry can increase your efficiency. That is digital productivity integration. From automation, data analysis, faster communication, clarity reporting, different things. You see, you learn how, okay, which technology can I integrate to know how to do this 10 times faster? You see, and as a professional, you need to learn how to also explain this in certain rooms. Learn how to explain how, because of how you are exposed to a particular tool, you can explain in a room, in a conference to your colleagues, to, to potential employers, how a particular tool can improve, let's say, workflow, can improve quality, can improve speed, can improve efficiency, can increase value and reduce waste. any good professional to be able to explain things like that around a software or a tool, and that is your responsibility. The last element to add around your lifestyle, as far as this topic is concerned, which is very important and is one of the things that greatly helps me and still helping me. Find online communities of practice. That's what they call it. Find online communities of practice. Start participating in online or digital communities of practice. What are these? These are global forums on platforms like Slack, Discord, even WhatsApp groups, even Telegram, even Facebook group, even LinkedIn group, especially LinkedIn. You're going to find many professional free communities that many experts, they come there and they discuss tools in your field. Ask questions, share experiences, observe how world-class professionals think about these tools and how they use them. If for many of you who are in Africa, this is one of the best ways to be in Cameroon, be in Nigeria, be in Liberia, be in Ghana, be in Tanzania, and know how to use a tool like somebody in New York. All right, that is one of the fastest ways to do that. Okay, now let me show you the best platform that I see right now that many people can use easily is LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn they have many of these groups. Now let me see. Type your, okay, let me use HubSpot CRM by Prince Nelson that he has shared that is what he has noticed that he needs to learn how to use. All right. Now, let me share my screen and let's do this practically. All right. You can come on search and you can type HubSpot groups. Just start from there. All right. And then you can click on groups and you begin to search. It may not come out the way you expected. You search that way. You can just type HubSpot and then you come under groups. Okay. You see this. You see it has come out, right? So HubSpot admin, marketing automation, artificial intelligence group, hiring for HubSpot, HubSpot that, HubSpot user group Boston, HubSpot London user group. You see, then you can click and you join. Now, when you join these groups, in the group, when you join it, you're going to see this where this, and this how to also start joining Zoom meetings in other countries. Because in groups like this, they organize their Zoom meetings and they share the link only in the group. Do you see that? Many of you indicated that you're in learning and development. This is another group here. Look at that. 465,000 members. You see, you can join on that and begin to search. You see, so if you're in consulting, small business consulting, you want to join, you can join that. You see, you see many of these that you can be part of. All right. So many of you have to go on LinkedIn and do this. That number one software, that number one tool that you notice that, hey, this is the number one tool that I must learn how to use. Because on your own, if you watch on the YouTube videos and tutorials, many people don't have the same level of understanding. There are some of you that if somebody doesn't walk you through something, you will hardly understand very well. All right. So that's why some people pay coaches or some pay tech courses, or now you join free groups like this, where you can ask questions in a Zoom meeting or in the comment section. And many of these guys are very friendly. Somebody would just say, oh, I'll be happy to join you on Zoom to show you how to do this. Yes, it has happened to me many times. You see, if you have a Zoom meeting now, a Zoom link, just copy and share with, okay, please, when does the schedule permit? So many of you go on LinkedIn after this and join what we call in the professional world communities of practice. These are communities where they will challenge you. You will learn how to practice. Many of you, this is the one shift that will make you a better professional and even open a door for you. And here's the good news. In those groups, you are going to meet amazing people that if you are so good at what you do, they will be the ones looking for opportunities for you. Yes, because they are part of companies, they are part of organizations that are constantly looking for for more experts and guys that are very talented at what they do. So create this system around you. Do you not see why sometimes somebody can say, I study at least 4 hours every day or 3 hours every day? Since we started this retreat or this program in this academy so far, how many things do you need to learn? Right? Do you now see why you can now automatically start seeing that you can effortlessly spend 2, 3 hours of just studying? All right. So because there's so much that you need to learn, so much. Please pay the price and study these things. Because online tools fluency or technological tools fluency increases your global relevance. Talking alone is good, but if you talk and you cannot do certain things with certain platforms, you cannot be trusted. Because we're in an age, we're in a dispensation where companies trust you because you can work with modern systems. As simple as that. If you have all the certificates and you cannot work with certain modern systems, they cannot trust you despite your certificates. You see, you can only collaborate with international teams without slowing them down because you know how to use certain tools. Many of you here, you can, you, another example, another thing that I've noticed. If you're constantly applying for global jobs and on your CV, if you have not listed that you know how to use top 5 softwares and tools in that industry, you hardly get the global jobs. Do you see that? So many of you that are applying for global jobs, you need to go and update your CV. A part in your CV should contain list of top 3 or 4 industry softwares and tools that you can use because every recruiter will look for that. They will look for that. You see, there are many people that are desiring global opportunities, but they struggle to get it because most of these will require a certain level of technological competence as far as the usage of softwares and online tools are concerned. So begin to work on that. There is something on the rise now known as remote companies or remote organizations. There is a strong rise of remote organizations. There are many companies right now that they have no physical office. The only thing that is physical that is attached to them is a mailing address that is legal, that you can send mails there, send a letter there, or send a package there, and all of that. Every other thing is online. There's a strong rise of remote organizations. So more companies are constantly working with staff scattered across different cities and the world. You see, so if you're going to get a job in many of these companies, your competence and technological maturity or digital maturity is very, very important for you. You see that? So you have to work on that. There is now something that hiring managers or interviewers have added right now to their interviewing, known as digital first hiring and assessment. Digital first hiring and assessment. I am actually gunning for pursuing uh, um, a particular job in the work I do. And after the phone interview they did with me, the next interview that they did was uh, um, they were assessing my ability to use the computer as a whole and to use two certain platforms. So they sent me a Zoom link, and of course I had to know how to use Zoom. That's where they started from. So the first question was that was the interview, just asking me to do things on my screen while they see from their end. It was an online interview. So they said, Mr. Javnyuy, can you share your entire screen? Don't share a window. And they did not explain. So they expect me to just know that I know what it means to share my entire screen and not share my window. Do you get a difference? Right? That was the first question. And as I was doing those things, I saw somebody writing, somebody ticking. I shared my entire screen. Next question. They told me, go to www.com. I did that. Next question. That is what they call digital first hiring and assessment. Most of the times, the first one is a phone interview just to clear certain basics. Then the second is a hands-on interview to see if when it comes to using computers and softwares, you are good. They don't expect you to be perfect in their customized softwares, but their customized softwares have certain things that if you know how to use other softwares or you are versed with computers, you will automatically know how to do certain basic things in their softwares. Let me ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, that job you're applying for in New York, in Washington, in Tokyo, in Berlin, in London, if the interview is a digital first hiring and assessment interview, and they're going to use a prominent popular software in your industry on a scale of 1 to 10, and you're going to do that through Zoom, will you pass the test? On a scale of 1 to 10, right in the chat box, will you pass the test? Many of you are going to face what I'm talking about next week, next month, next year. You're going to face a digital first hiring and assessment interview. You're going to face it. So be ready for it. Be ready for it. They're going to test your skills. They're going to test your simulations. You see, and we are also in a dispensation where digital portfolios are replacing CVs or resumes. There are some jobs that they will ask you to send them your portfolio. Send them your portfolio. If I'm applying for a job, let's say as a trainer, you think that I just need to send my CV? No. They'll request a portfolio of, okay, send us links of your previous trainings. You see that? You need to work on that. So many of you need to pay the price in this area. It's a critical element of getting global opportunities. That is your responsibility. And you see, I run a training. I run a training center, and we have run that training center since 2012, where we have trained close to 30,000 young people across 27 African countries. And our focus was employability skills and enterprise development. And I have some experience, data proven experience and evidence that many young Africans, even Africans as a whole, we have a lot of what I can call blind spots when it comes to being employable, especially in the area of having the right technological skills. For example, many of us are over dependence on, many of us have over dependence or are over dependent on outdated tools. Many people don't like to try new softwares because we are so used to the old software that you don't want to try a new software. There are many of you that you used to refuse anything that is not on WhatsApp, you are not interested. Many of you here right now, you have refused meetings on Zoom because you were angry that it was on Zoom and you preferred WhatsApp, right? So we many people are over dependent on have this over dependence on outdated tools. We are focusing on using, you know, tools that we have been used to or local tools that needs to change. Train your mind to constantly learn. The second thing I spoke about this is I have noticed that many Africans have the fear of advanced systems. The fear of advanced systems. If something look like it is advanced, or you don't like it, you don't like it at all. You see, you avoid tools that appear complex. Instead of sitting with the tools, breaking them down, and learning that tool, you avoid the tool. You have this fear in you of advanced systems. Number three, the third blind spot is that many Africans have limited exposure to global workflows, limited exposure to how certain tools are used at a global scale. For example, many people think that email and WhatsApp are enough. Many people think that because they can use LinkedIn and all of that, Facebook and Instagram is enough. Those are good. But do you know that based on our context right now, those are not relevant right now. They're relevant in media strategy. They're not relevant on the topic today. Yes, that's limitation. Your exposure is limited. You have to push yourself. You have to push yourself. Don't be limited to how certain things work in what you do. All right, quickly, and then we are done. Quickly. I like to end with action steps to take. Some may repeat from the internal systems, no problem. But as you listen to me, you're asking, so what actions should I take from today? Number one, industry tools identification or tools mapping. Go and do some research. List 5 to 20 softwares, apps, tools commonly used by top professionals in the industry. Just document them. Just find them first, document them, know their websites, start from there. Number two, hands-on trial, hands-on exposure. For each of these tools, download a free version or a trial version. Begin to explore the menus, the features, watch 3 to 5 tutorials on YouTube, practice a real task to cement the learning that you're learning while watching the YouTube videos, hands-on trial or exploration. All right. Third action to do, global skill benchmarking. Very important. Please don't compare your ability to use a tool based on where you're coming from. That's terrible. Practice what I like to call global skill benchmarking. All right. For example, go on YouTube, go on not Facebook, go on Google. Top tools, type top tools used by professionals in my industry globally. Then start from there, begin to compare your skills with that global expectations. When you watch YouTube videos, you see how a Chinese, a Japanese, an Indian guy, an American, a Canadian, the way they use that tool match your skill at that level. Okay? So practice global skill benchmarking. You will see that they are at 10, you are at -0, if there's anything like that. So there's work to be done. All right? Now, number 4, many of you need to do this. Many of you don't need this, but some of you need this. What I call digital literacy foundation. Digital literacy foundation. Many of you need to start from the basics. Many of you, your basics is your basics is non-existent, and that's why you're going to struggle with advanced softwares. Many of you, for example, you don't know how to send emails. If I say 50,000 francs right now, the person who sends the perfect professional standard email gets it. Very few people are going to do that. One of you sent me an email one time and wrote the whole message in the subject. Everything, the whole message that she wanted to tell me, she wrote it in the subject. And she did not know how to attach the file. She sent the file on email, on WhatsApp. Many of you know what I'm talking about. You're guilty of this. That's what I'm talking about, digital literacy foundation. Ensure that you understand the basics. For example, cloud storage. Do you know how to store something in the cloud? Which cloud platform do you know? Let me give a quick assignment. If you're listening to me and all your important certificates are not stored on your Google Drive, I am ashamed of you. You should be ashamed of yourself. If this catch you, type AWO in the chat box. Type the word, AWO, type AWO in the chat box. If you're here and your important documentations are not scanned and saved on a cloud platform, cloud storage like Google Drive, which is free, I am ashamed of you. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is the basics of digital literacy foundation. Go and do that this week. Go and do that this week. Don't ask for help. Do it yourself. Look at it. So many people. Do it yourself. Some of you have very good phones. You can scan with your phone. If you have a Gmail, you have a free Google Drive already. Go on that Google Drive. Create a folder there. All right? Type it, my certificate. Upload all your certificates there. That is one of the basics of digital literacy. Know how to store things in the cloud. Many of you right now, if you go on an interview right now, they tell you, Mr. Z, Mama Evelyn, we're interviewing you from London, all right? The last step of this interview is that as we are on this Zoom session right now, please, you're going to open your Microsoft Word. You're going to answer the following documents on live Zoom the following questions on live Zoom right now. You're going to save that document and would like you to save that document on this online drive. We're going to send the link to you. When you do that, the interview is done. Many of you are in trouble from there. Many of you will sweat the sweat for the last 30 days in 1 minute, right? And that should not be the case. But that's something that anybody should know how to do. All right. So, cloud storage, email discipline. The next is online scheduling. Know how to schedule a meeting online. Know how to, for example, I did what I asked one of you like that. She wanted a meeting with me, and I told her quickly, I'll be available on this day and this day. I sent her my email. I said, go on. I told her, go on Google Calendar, set a meeting on this day at this time, then send me an invite from Google Calendar. She did not know what to do. She did not know what to do. As beautiful, with a nice hair as she was, she did not know how to schedule a meeting with me on a Google Calendar that is on her phone. Many of you have that Google Calendar on your phone right now, but you don't know how to schedule a meeting. Hmm? How about now? Is this hitting somebody so hard? I came for you today, right? Many of you, go and do that today. Go and do that today. Go and open that Google Calendar. Hmm? Schedule a meeting with somebody. You need to know how to do online scheduling, know how to do online collaboration, know how to practice file security, how to secure a file online. All of you should know virtual meeting etiquette. Yes. If I ask all of you right now, go and schedule a meeting with me on Zoom, on Teams, or Google Meet. Many of you don't know how to do that. Know virtual meetings etiquette, how to schedule a meeting, how to start the meeting, how to run the meeting, how to conclude the meeting, how to shut down the platform. You need to know how to do those basics. Digital literacy foundation. Could go on and on and on. So this is important because if you don't know these basic things, if you open an advanced software in your industry, you go blank. Many of you are going to forget what to, you're like, where do I click? But for people that can do these basic things, they will not go blank. They will not be afraid. They will know what to do. All right. The fifth action to take from today: documentation reading. Documentation reading. Documentation reading. What does that mean? Every software has something known as white papers, right? If you want to go far with the software, learn to read. They're always available for free download. Spend some time and read some white papers, read some feature updates, read some official documentation about the software to understand how the tools are evolving and why they were created and what they can do. All right. So practice documentation reading. Many of you, when you buy a new equipment, you hardly read the manuals. Many of you should go and repent. Many of you like that. You go and repent. Many of you know what I'm talking about. You hardly read the manual. You'll be figuring out how to put it on with your brain. Meanwhile, the manual is there. It's an African problem. You know what I'm talking about. You're figuring out how do I do this? How do I do this? Meanwhile, what you bought came with the manual. But you're trying to use your brain to figure out what has a manual. That is poverty mentality. Do you know that? That is poverty mentality at work. All right, documentation reading is very important. Number 6, peer teaching. Peer teaching, like teaching your fellow colleagues, right? Or teaching someone a tool that you are learning. Because when you teach someone something that is hands-on, you strengthen your understanding. All right. So encourage yourself to learn how to teach a feature or some parts of the softwares that you know how to use. It's very important. All right. So practice on peer teaching. Number 7, I think, AI literacy. Many of you need to work on that AI literacy. Many of you did you all copy the link I shared in the chat box? That link on that platform that documents every AI tool that has been published. Did you copy that link? Go on that link. Search your industry, search your category. Uh, um, Please, can somebody share that link on the WhatsApp group so that our people who are following on YouTube can be able to access the same link? For those who are going to watch this later, that link is, let me read it out. Where is that? Okay, it's futurepedia.io. Future and then pedia, like Wikipedia. Futurepedia.io. All right. If you put that on the drive, not drive, you put that on your browser, you will have access to that. I like that platform because if when you go on it, depending on your industry or the work that you do, the platform can filter the AI tools that are related to the work that you do. All right. So start working on your AI literacy. Okay. Start paying the price to understand certain AI tools. What can AI do? What can AI not do in your industry? Start reading about things like that. I know what AI can do in my industry, and I know what AI cannot do. That's why I'm not afraid of my future as a professional, because what AI can do, I am focusing on learning how to use AI to do it. What AI cannot do, I am focusing on perfecting my proficiency in that area. Go and do that for yourself. All right. For many of you, learn how to use AI for research, AI for analysis, AI for decision support. Learn how to do that. All right. Because without AI literacy, as a professional, other experts will always beat you. You know why? Because an expert who can use AI, they can do in 1 hour what you will do in 10 hours without AI. And we're in a generation where speed and accuracy is very important. And AI brings that to the table in certain tasks and work that you do. All right. Next, is it number 9 or number 8? The next action to take, for many of you, this is very critical because of the work that you do. What we call in the business world data competence. Data competence. People like Victory, people like Edwin, who are data analysts, data engineers. You guys are smiling right now, right? So data competence. But this is not talking about data mining, data, all of that. But data competence in this context is talking about your ability to be data aware as a professional. All right. In the sense that this is talking about your ability to read a dashboard, to understand reports. That's data competence. I am not a data engineer. I don't analyze data that much. I'm very, very basic in that. There are data engineers, data specialists, guys who do that. There are AI softwares that assist in doing that. So, Bert, Data competence is your ability that if they present a data report to you, a dashboard to you, you can understand the basic metrics, you can understand the trends, the correlations. You can use data to justify a decision or not to go with that decision. All right, that's data competence. And every industry has data. So train yourself to know how to read data. Train yourself to know how to read data. And of course, lastly, I spoke about this, but I'll say it again. Please join at least one global industry community of practice in your industry. All right. Look for the top softwares that you must be good at. Go on LinkedIn is the best platform for now that is easy for everybody. All right. Discord may not be available for everybody. LinkedIn is best. Type the name of your software. Go under groups. I showed you that. All right. You'll find serious communities where professionals discuss tools, workflows, problems, and you can ask questions. Many of them organize weekly meetings, and they are free meetings on Zoom. And those weekly meetings, they do hands-on tutorials where you can ask questions, participate, ask questions, share insights, share a problem you faced while trying to use the software. Okay? When you do that, it will be of help to you. You will not be able to go global and stay global and be relevant if you are not good at these things that we have documented. And I've given you a strategy that the most laziest man can put to use. And in a few months, you will be proficient in certain softwares that can open doors for you.